Yo, party people, what is up? How about that episode of Dynamite that just went down, guys? It was totally awesome from beginning to end. So much great stuff, you guys. Amazing promos, amazing matches, amazing stuff all around. The last Dynamite before winter is coming did not disappoint. Don't worry, your boy right here, right now is about to go over what just went down on this dope Dynamite from top to bottom, start to finish. I hope you guys are ready because the fun times aren't over because the newest episode of The Gift of Gabe is about to start right now. So, first, guys, let's talk about how the night kicked off. We kicked things off with the Dynamite Diamond Ring Battle Royal. Overall, guys, this match was great, but I think we all knew how this was going to go, and it went the way we thought. Absolute Ricky Starks ended up getting the win to make up the ante for his match against MJF next week now for the Dynamite Diamond Ring and the AEW World title. But it didn't just stop there. The second that Ricky Starks was announced as the winner, good old MJF's music hit. The devil himself came out, and he had some choice words for Ricky Starks. I love that we finally got the promo between these two. It was so worth the wait. If you weren't excited for this match already, this match literally is going to be put through more excitement because of the fact that this promo literally killed it tonight from both guys. I love that MJF was literally busting Ricky Starks' chops for pretty much being, a Rock wannabe. But, he's just this generation's Rock in terms of his charisma, how he acts, and how he can destroy you on the mic. Literally, it was amazing. If you didn't believe that, guess what? He did to MJF tonight. I loved it all. Literally, he didn't even have to say anything but the first sentence, but calling him a maxi pad. And it's like, well, yeah, he just freaking won this promo battle and won all of us over. But he was a GOAT. Ricky Starks showed here tonight why he belongs in the AEW World title picture, why he's going to kill it next week. And I think it's a future sign of things to come because I think he's going to take the momentum from this world title storyline, carry it over into 2023, and become a champion. My guess, TNT champion by winning the Face of the Revolution ladder match. But don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. Next week's title match is going to be absolutely insane. I love the promo by Ricky Starks tonight. Literally, he totally laid into MJF. And how about that spear, too, you guys? Literally speared the socks off of MJF. We all know MJF is going to win next week. But this is going to be an absolute statement win for him because he's going to face arguably one of the best talents in the AEW right now. Not just in the ring, but by the fan reaction. Next week is going to be a match you guys are not going to want to miss. The main event of AEW winners coming. MJF, Ricky Starks for the AEW World title and Dynamite Diamond Ring. It's not going to be phenomenal. It's not going to be spectacular. It's going to be, you guessed it, absolute. The night did not stop there, you guys, because we went from an amazing promo and segment from MJF and Ricky Starks to a car crash of an absolute spectacular between Darby Allin and Samoa Joe for the TNT title. These guys laid into each other. Darby got effed up. But then again, that's nothing new. Don't worry, we all know he's going to come back because, Darby always comes back. It didn't take long for him to just dive out the ring and Samoa Joe said, I'm just going to go this way. But it was, that part specifically was hilarious. The rest of it, not so much, just because, again, Darby was freaking murdered again. But something we're used to, like that ring post spot. Dude literally did a 360 after I hit with that thing, and I'm like, he's not moving. I'm like, give him a second. Then when he started moving, I'm like, okay, he's actually he's not really hurt. But it was great. He was able to muscle some offense, hitting the stunner, hitting the code red. But that one slap to the face of Samoa Joe was just not smart because the King of Television just laid him out after that, especially with that huge senton. I love the match, you guys. I literally lived up to the hype that we expected going in. But as expected, Darby Allin was not able to get the dub, and Samoa Joe is still the TNT champion. Darby Allin could not cancel the King of Television here tonight. He is still our double champion of the television network all around the freaking world. I don't care what you say. We all agree that he is exactly that. But Wardlow came out afterwards after he again just effed up Darby with that freaking muscle buster onto a skateboard. I swear. I really wish I could just be the part of the creative process with Darby and just know what exactly stuff he doesn't want to do to inflict pain on his body for our enjoyment. But Wardlow came out afterwards. Wardlow, Samoa Joe, I kind of suspected that might happen at Winter's Coming, but it looks like they're just going to keep playing this out for a little while. The eventual payoff match will be Wardlow and Samoa Joe. I'm assuming Samoa Joe is going to win that because, I think the whole King of the Television thing has a lot left more going. But I could see them wanting to go with Wardlow just to kind of give him like that big payoff, kind of like when he like beating MJF, like really kind of bring up his momentum because some people were like being haters and say, oh, his momentum is halted, oh, blah, this, blah, blah, that. Guess what? I think that is a big, meaty, men slapping meat feud that could work out for either one, either scenario, win or loss. So, man, I cannot wait for that feud. But Samoa Joe's going to have a busy week ahead of him because a final bout, he's got to defend the Ring of Honor television title against Juice Robinson. But he's the king of television. He'll retain again because that's just what he does. Because he's Samoa freaking Joe. Also, you guys, once again, it was the battle of the BCC against the Jericho Appreciation Society as Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta before their big Ring of Honor title matches this Saturday against fellow Jericho Appreciation Society members Daniel Garcia, who competed in this tag match, and Chris Jericho. They went up against, I think I said, Garcia and the man who loves his hat, Jake Hager. Honestly, match was pretty solid. I liked it. I'm really kind of a little bit torn, though, because we're going to talk about Final Battle real quick. I really don't know what's going to happen with this Claudio and Jericho match. I've been loving the Jericho All Honor the Ocho Ring of Honor World Title reign since it started. There's still so much more that you could do with that, but I don't see Chris Jericho end up bringing in freaking Castagnoli as a member of the JAS. I can't really see that. But again, I don't see him losing, so it's kind of a tricky situation they got themselves in. Plus, if you wanted to argue that the BCC was going to get broken up, this probably isn't going to happen because, they gave Regal a proper send-off, with the video with an explanation that made sense. I don't know what some of you think about it. I saw some of the reactions. A majority of you seem like it makes sense. I think it does. Literally, it's just classic Regal freaking wisdom. And when you think about it, it all freaking processes right here, and you're like, that does kind of makes sense in a Regal kind of way. He said, guys, my last lesson to you is as follows. Got to keep eyes in the back of your head, but also be 2 steps ahead. It's just how it goes, and that's why he betrayed Moxley. It was a fun ride for Regal here in AEW, but I think that was the perfect final message for him to send to the BCC as they continue to move forward. Plus, Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson, it looks like they're going to be like kind of the main guys. As you saw, like Moxley actually came out and was like, being like the manager type role for the night, accompanying Yuta and Castagnoli to the ring. I think the BCC has a lot of great stuff left going. A future Bryan Danielson MJF storyline is already in the works. If you can't tell already, I can't wait for that to get started. But man, like I said before, it was an honor having Regal here. I don't know what we're going to do with Jericho and Castagnoli at Final Battle. I think the only real part of that I think is actually probably definite is that Daniel Garcia is probably going to retain over Wheeler Yuta. But one thing is for sure, guys, after the long wait, this really is the final battle between the BCC and Jericho Appreciation Society this Saturday. Because after this, the long feud will finally be over. So you're not going to want to miss the Final Battle pay-per-view to finally see how the end of this literal feud that's going on for like half of this year or more than half. It's been a long feud. It all comes to an end this Saturday night. Don't miss Final Battle. All right, then, you guys, it got down to the main event between FTR and the Acclaimed, 2 of the hottest tag teams of this year in just the company in general, in the world. And, guys, this match lived up to the hype and surpassed it. I loved every second. They had me for a second when they had hit that big ring, but, man, Bowens just at the last second was able to break it up. I love this match from start to finish, and it wasn't just a 7-star FTR classic. It was a 7 Scissor Classic. So, Meltzer, get on that because it was amazing. As I expected, FTR was not able to come out of this with the dub, but don't worry, they still got 3 belts to hold on to. But now they got to defend the belts against the Briscoes again. Was not expecting that for Final Battle. In a double dog collar match. I have never even seen anything like that before in my life. But FTR and the Briscoes are going to go at it again. I'm assuming FTR is going to win that one, but I guess they can't really hold all the belts because it seems like their future's up in the air. I don't think they're leaving AEW. I think they might just be taking a break and maybe do some indie wrestling dates like they've been doing, pretty much for this year anyway. And, last year too, when this whole, 7-star FTR thing with all the belt collector thing started in general. But I don't think they're leaving the company by any means. But, I guess they can't hold all the belts and then get the AEW World Tag titles, which they definitely will get in the future. But that night was not tonight. As our boys, the Acclaimed, Scissor Me Daddy Ass, was able to retain once again so that we can keep Acclaimed every Wednesday. It's looking like they're probably going to be in a little mini tag title feud with Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. I get how some of y'all feel about, Jay Lethal, but look at just the Darby and Sting match, just for example, back at Full Gear. The match wasn't perfect, but it was actually a lot better than some of y'all had expected, and a lot of y'all even said this. So don't sleep on that. And plus, the Acclaim, whatever you do with them, is just money. Name one thing that they've been doing just recently. I'll just say recently, make it easier. Since their tag title reign has begun, that has not been absolute money and must see. Go ahead. I'll wait. I'll just tell you the answer. Nothing. So don't sleep on that feud. It'll be a nice, fun tag title match. Probably to happen before this year is over. It'll be good. I have faith in it. I have faith in our boys, the Sultan of Scissor and Platinum Max Caster and Daddy Ass himself. But just one more round of applause for FTR and the Acclaimed. Thank you for another absolute banger of a tag team title match on to close out this week's episode of Dynamite. Oh yeah, and good luck FTR against the Briscoes again. Pretty sure they'll win, but it's the Briscoes. They've done this 2 other times. They're probably freaking tired of fighting these guys and getting their asses beat constantly by them. But if they get the dub, that's really all that matters for them. Okay, you guys, that was Dynamite for this week. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Dynamite and this Dynamite reaction vid. Don't worry, we still got a lot of cool stuff coming up. We still got SmackDown and Rampage coming up on Friday. A lot of cool stuff coming for that. Jon Moxley is going to fight Kenosuke Takeshita again. Automatically, I'm going to want to watch that because the Takeshita match, let's be honest, it doesn't miss. Plus, they fought earlier this year in a world title eliminator, and that one was dope. And plus, Orange Cassidy's going to have to put the All-Atlantic title up on the line against an opponent of Kip Sabian's choosing. For a second, I was like, maybe Miro, just to be like, hey, dude, we're old friends, want a title shot? But I kind of doubt that'll happen because, Miro, I don't think wants anything to do with him. But he wants titles to, spite his former god. So we'll see how that goes. It's going to be a great episode of Rampage. It's going to be a great episode of SmackDown with an undisputed tag team title match. Even though McIntyre isn't going to be able to compete, Sheamus and Butch versus the Usos is still going to be awesome. And Final Battle is going to be awesome too. A lot of great stuff coming up, you guys. And let's not forget, winter is coming next week, highlighted by Ricky Starks, MJF, winner takes all, Dynamite Diamond Ring, and World Title, and best of 7 series, match 4 taking place. I got my money on the Elite winning that one, but if they give it to Death Triangle, I'll understand, and it doesn't matter anyway, because, for me, I got the Elite winning this whole thing. Great stuff to come this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to check out future episodes for later on in the week and next week or in the future in general. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget, when it comes talking wrestling, who better to gab with than your boy Gabe right here. I'll see you guys later for SmackDown and Rampage. Later, party peoples.